Yeah.
Womp womp. Oh well.
Okay. So yeah, I'd keep working on Axe Trick until it got up to at least 60. Because that's something that you're going to use all the time. Can't believe you fuckers made Logan cry. Now,
So,
which was the one that you fucking got your one on?
the one right before Artifact Power, because Artifact Power doesn't have an actual thing. So we talked about it, and that's what I need to get.
Okay, hold on a second. So, yeah, you need to either. Well, see, with the Artifact Power, what I'm doing is, that one thing is your new artifact powers and stuff. It just keeps branching into whatever the fuck you want. Or rather, like the first artifact power is the one that when you build up, then if you get crit on that, it'll either go to more of the same or any other new power. Your first power is now the one.
Oh, is the basis?
Yeah, because otherwise it would never go up.
That's what I was wondering about. Okay, well, it was an out one, so it would have.
Yeah, either way. Now I'm trying to make it so it's a little easier to get new artifact powers than, gosh, I always need not one. So if you build up your first artifact power, whatever it is, then that will keep going. So let's see. Your first power was basically a really basic shapeshift for your artifact. So my question now is, would you like to get a new power or get that a new power? So it'd be like a second new skill for a more complicated shapeshift, or would you like to learn a whole different thing?
Oh, I want it to be indestructible.
Okay, so it'd be the first level of indestructible. It doesn't go straight to indestructible. Let's see here. So, give me a second to find it. So everything's a fucking slow build. Now, once you have gotten, like, okay, let's say you're going for the first level of indestructible, which will basically be it now has a point of armor, and then 2 points, et cetera, et cetera. It'll keep going. But once you get that, then once you can successfully do that on your artifact, it has it. You don't need to keep rolling, but you will in skill whoring in order to try to build that up if you're wanting to get more and more armor on it. Until eventually, after enough armor, then it'll just become indestructible.
Okay.
But that'll take a while. All this shit's made to usually take a few hundred years to get good at this shit.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Dex, flavor. Make the artifact. Okay, there it is. Yeah, make artifact tougher, destroy it. This level reduce damage by 1 on the chart. Just so you know, it goes 1, 2, and then it gets more technical after that. It doesn't go 3, 4. It just gets more technical. So by the time you get to the 4th one, then it's immune to most magic and conventional weapons, etc. So at 1, it's a thing of armor.
So another question then.
Okay.
If I'm skill whoring, can I continue to skill whore on this or no?
Yes. Well, see, that's the thing is, if you skill whore, like your first property that you got was the very moderate shapeshift. That's now the one that you can either get into more shapeshifting or a whole new power. If you skill whore this, make it tougher, then all you'll get is make it tougher, destroy, or armor, or whatever it goes to. So,
but now with this, what number am I rolling? Would this be the equivalent of a 30 then? Again?
No. This is at your learn. All this stuff is at your learn. As far as making it work, like the first power that you got, the item has a 30, but you still have it at whatever your learn plus however it goes up and stuff, just like any other skill.
Okay, so this then.
It's basically, you've just picked up a brand new skill. If you want new skills, you can either shapeshift in your original thing, which was for you, it'll be different for everybody, but for you, it's the shape-shifting thing for your item. That will give you either completely new power or more shape-shifting. If you skill horror in the armor, then it will give you more armor.
Okay, so that's what I want, more armor. So what am I rolling to make it like learn still?
Yeah, it's the same as any other skill. So it's always going to be at learn until you build up the skill.
So, okay, I mean, this is way more
so
difficult.
In other words, when I said like the item has a 30% shapeshift, it's now imbued. The item has a skill of 30%. But if you were to make a new item, which you can't, but if you're making a new one, you're at your learn to try to make a new item. So if I've got like 15 learn, I go 15, no, 15, yes. The item now has shapeshifting. The item has 30%. I still have a 15 and with a check in it, so it might go up. It's just like every other skill. Sorry, it's a little confusing.
Okay, then I'll do this. This is how that works then, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to continue skill whoring on that then.
What I would do if I was you is keep track of these like spells. Just keep track that your main spell for getting all kinds of different shit. Like if you want something brand new, your main spell for just you is the basic shape shifting package.
No, I have what it is now.
Okay.
1,
cool.
2, 3.
Oh, I got a message from Freddie for you guys.
4. Oh, I rolled a 10, reverse dice. So I'm going to have 2 points of armor on that bad bitch.
Okay. Got it. Well, now now you have the skill to do the 2 points of armor. You need to roll that. And as soon as you can succeed in that skill, then you get the 2 points of armor. See what I mean? You have to pass that skill. You just picked up a new skill. It doesn't have it yet, but the first time you succeed in make the 2 points of armor skill, then the item has it.
So now I have to roll under
learn
again.
Yes. Yeah. The first time you rolled under learn with your item has one thing of thing, then you got the 1 point of armor on your item. And then you also picked up a new skill. So as soon as you roll under learn on the 2 points of armor, then you pick up 2 points of armor and another thing of armor. In other words, you just got the skill. You have not done the skill.
Okay, now I have it. So.
Okay, so now your artifact reduces its damage by 2 places on the chart. So if anybody attacks the artifact itself, it doesn't help you, but it helps the artifact. The next one is where it gets.
Okay, if you're talking.
Yes.
No
how does it help if you get the? Does it give any assistance if you get the fumble card about your weapon break-in?
For him, no. Once he gets up to the next level, then. As long as it's non-magic and convention. Let's see. At this level, the item is immune to non-magic and conventional weapons of slug, throw, or tech on down. So as long as there's no way for somebody to shoot it with a laser gun or magic or some shit like that, like if he's smashing it against somebody's head and it says weapon break, then he goes, ha ha ha, my weapon is impervious. Assuming he's got the skill and has done the skill at least once.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, keep track of where you're at on this stuff. I would have your armor thing pretty much with the armor stuff, since it's not your main deal. Once you get it and then pass it, then you don't care about it. You can go on to the next one, then you got to get it, pass it, because you can only have one artifact unless you're like, I'm done with this artifact, I'm going to start all over. Then your skills all become important again. If you're like, fuck it, I don't want that artifact, it's destroyed. You may have to go to like a volcano and wrestle it away from some little creepy guy or push him in while he's got it on his finger or something. Yeah, I don't know. So Right, here's the message from Freddie. I copy pasted for you guys after I showed him the current board with the cards.
Reply back. I can't see that. There's cards covering it.
Oh, that's just mean.
Can you put some cards up that tell me what he's saying? Because otherwise,
This is the closest I get to a silent keyboard. Fuck those fucking fuckers. So, ready to continue on? You guys are sitting around in the embassy right now. Everybody is dressed however you'd like to dress. Your gear and your trumpet cases and all that shit is sitting by close at hand for your molesting. TJ no longer is wearing a wire push-up bra, or is he? He'll never tell.
So we get 4 new cards, I'm assuming, start a session.
Yes, although this will, depending on what you guys do, because I doubt you're going to pull out 3 hero points, and you certainly won't pull out as much skill horn unless you guys make some stuff. But first, give them the briefing, and then I will add in some stuff on what's up there, McKay.
First, I will play cards.
Because the briefing itself, the way McKay gives it, is with as much detail, it may wind us out of the session. I don't know.
Does anybody have any red cards?
Mm-mm.
All right, because I've got 2 cards to play.
Old rule bait, bad guy or GM choice gets 4 cards.
Got it.
All right. So I have thief training, permanent increase of any one of the following skills, plus 10%.
Ooh, that guy gets a card. It's a red card, I'm afraid.
All right.
All cards that add a skill plus percentage to a skill are discarded. Everyone may then draw 1 new card per card that they discarded due to skill. Sorry, Pete.
Oh, numbers to letters.
Thank you. Exactly. Because he's bad. So bad.
so like bureaucracy plus 20 goes away.
Yep, and you get a new card for it.
Awesome.
Let me know what you're discarding. The bad guy might want it.
Yeah, he's got to figure out what it is.
Don't make me
I am discarding Amazing Greed.
No. Bad guy's not going to go for that fucking gamble.
Do I actually draw another card? Discarding. Oh, no, just discard it. Immediate discard. It doesn't state I draw another card. It says I discard it. And I'm playing Training Time.
Nice.
All right.
Done with the cards?
Yep.
Go ahead, Pete.
Okay.
Brad,
So Freddie, Mildred, and I went to do a bit of a scouting mission in MMO land. Mildred managed to amazingly shadow walk us over to where we appeared near the what the hell's the boat called? The Laughing Shamrock, whatever the hell it's called. The one that had the wizards on it that went missing.
Okay.
Except it was full of driders now. So we went and landed and had a chat to the driders, and basically they bought the boat from their government in Needleweb. So we went to Needleweb. As an aside, if you shape change yourself to look like a monster or look like in your chaos form, you fit in a lot better. And some people seem to recognize it and pay deference to you because they're a bit scared of what a chaos lord is doing in there. I shape change into my chaos form, and seem to help smoothing away. That and bottles of Kahlua. Basically, the naughty Shamrock, had turned up there with the crew, and they a couple of them freaked out because of all the monsters and stuff there, and started attacking and killed some people. And so the boat and the crew were seized and then sold as recompense. The boat was sold to the Driders, the crew was sold to the Snow Shield Dwarves. 35 crew. So we went to the Snow Shield Dwarves thing, and they've got on their doors, they're giant doors with dwarvish rooms, which said, I think said something along the lines of "humans fuck off" or something like that. And in English, it had where was it? "Fuck you, humans, come." Sorry, is what the dwarf said. And English, it said, "Come on in and die." And the doors were very hot, and steam and water condensation. So yes, we also flew by the ice tower. It was partly demolished. There were still ice elementals around it. There was looked like something had exploded out where, from the descriptions of people who had been there, the large sphere was. And I use the word "was" because from what we could see, there's no large sphere there anymore. So whether or not it was a cage holding someone and they've escaped, potentially that water wizard that turned up and sealed off the rift, sealed off the gate, or something else, I don't know. The bird people are getting wiped out by the ice talk wearers. When we flew when we saw them when we flew over Vengeance Mountains, there was like 20 ice talk people, and they appeared to be impervious to the remaining bird people's attacks. And Kenleyville is about half the size. Parts of it look like it's been burnt down. A couple of ice talk people came out and tried to chase us and couldn't catch us. What was the other thing with Kenleyville? But yeah, it looked like it was in ruins and stuff on the lake. And we didn't go check out the lake where the whirlpool was.
If I may add to that, the ice torque people seem to be able to run a little bit faster than you would have been able to.
Yes. But we were using the float to fly, which allows us to travel 150 kilometers a day. So
not flute, loot.
Loot. Sorry, loot. The flying loot. Freddy's flying loot.
It's fat loot.
Yes. So yeah. So that's pretty much it.
Wow, that's quick. A quick note on the dwarvish thing. That'll be kind of like if you want to do any of that, it's definitely a prestige mod. It's super dangerous, but two things. First, it'll be the kind of thing that you will probably not complete. You'll peck at it, retreat, peck at it, retreat. But if you Conan it, you're probably all going to die. Lateral thinking is definitely the way to go with that. It's not difficult laterally thinking, but it's really hard to do.
So yeah, so that's the situation that we were able to see in MMO land.
Okay.
And I have much of the Dwarven complex finished.
So yes, so it's just a matter if we want to attempt to do something about the Snow Shield Dwarves, or leave it alone, or to attempt a rescue on the 35 crew.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Shows Tim with his fucking big axe. Dressed as Conan. You can just see the fucking thinking going on and the weighing of options, Pete.
Sorry, 37 crew, not 35 crew. 37 crew it was. Not that it makes any difference, but yeah.
You guys strapped a whole bunch of them gems that hold energy together and dropped them from an extremely high altitude while strapped to a whole bunch of nitroglycerin on an area and then asked them if they want to negotiate with you?
No. The thing with the snow shield dwarves is that there was some cursed hammer or something that Alex Kinley took, and they've got some sort of prophecy about it bring doom and destruction, and Alex
It's paid
took
off
it
so
back,
far.
and then he killed the ambassador who was sent to Kinleyville to try and negotiate about it.
So why don't we drug Kinley, knock him out, and
Drug?
deliver him to them?
You can't drug Kinley.
Yeah. He's built up because of these alcohol and drug and various other consumptions of things, he's built up such an immunity that his system just doesn't.
Like literally, I think he could take a bottle of cyanide, drink it, and then ask for more.
So
Yeah.
why not just tell
Yes.
him we have a surprise birthday party, put a blindfold on him, and fucking walk his happy ass there. Tell him it's going to be a Sodom and Gomorrah festival, so he goes naked, and just fucking hand him over. And go, oh, here's the dickhead who started all the trouble in the first place.
As much as that would be fabulous, I don't think he'll fall for that.
No.
Well then,
Well, he has also gotten more powerful with some evil artifacts and shit, so I don't know if I'd try that.
so about that armor, that defense thing you do to items there, can you do that for somebody else's shit?
No.
Can you teach me how to do that?
Yes, you have to do all kinds of other shit first.
All right, what's step one?
Can you walk shadow?
Yeah,
that's literally step one.
Yes.
well, you are on the first step of the journey to being able to do that. Then,
What's next?
Logan
detect
scrolls back up.
power pattern, I think, and then lead a small group through shadow, and then several other things.
It's a whole fucking monkey load of bullshit. Got it, right? Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know, the thing is that you can get up to 4 really powerful items, and these are like not things that can go away. Like now, Doc Fulton thinks his item is his item. Whenever we have magic item disappears card, that's taken out of the equation first.
Sure.
So you can get 1 if you can learn to build artifacts and pattern, 1 for Trump, 1 for Logris, if anybody ever gets Logris. But you don't get an item for shapeshifting, you become the item in shapeshifting, so to speak.
Right.
But it's a whole lot of bullshit to go through first.
Right, sure.
So we have the Ice Torque people. Potentially, if we help the bird people, maybe they would become friends with us for fucking change instead of like having the stay the fuck away pact that we have with them. Maybe they'll have some more information about shit that's going on there that we don't know.
We should take our.
Were your friends before?
We should take our fearless leaders' lead and go in and rape their people and find their most valuable weapons and steal them.
Mm-hmm.
So the bird people, there was like 20 Ice Talk people attacking them. Matrix. There's an eye missing from that.
Yeah, the bird people were actually good allies and stuff. They just mostly didn't deal with you guys. But yeah, nit any mere.
Have you fought any of the Ice Talk people before, Doc?
No.
What
No,
about you?
I haven't really been around since
Yeah.
I did a couple other things, but then the Ice Torques kind of got out of hand, and
Yeah.
I don't normally deal with the little stuff. I kind of like always jump ship to the like. So, what is the universe doing now? Let's go
Yes.
poke
I
stick at it.
know. I've done many of that stuff with you.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
but it sounds like some of this shit's getting a little out of hand. So maybe it needs to
Yeah.
get calmed
Exactly.
down a bit.
I just don't know if the Ice Talk people. I've never not fought them either. I've not encountered them either. That was the first time I saw the Ice Tower was the other day.
Gotcha.
Because I was seeing other people who were more interested in that sort of stuff. What about you, Colburn? Have you fought any of the Ice Talk people? I'm just not sure how strong they are, how weak they are.
Nah.
As I said, it appeared from what we could see that the bird people's weapons weren't doing diddly squat against them. So I don't know if it needs magic or some other high tech or something. From memory, Freddie mentioned something about them fighting some Ice Talk people in Burlington and killing them, but that potentially is because they're in Burlington and therefore their Ice Talk abilities probably were not working particularly well for them, being Burlington not particularly magic friendly.
All right. So we open a gate into Burlington for them and test shit out on them as they're coming out of the gate.
Yeah, so one, I don't know.
Or I could go to wherever their home plane is and test out my axe on them.
Mm-hmm.
And see if they're willing to take a challenge of might has the right to lead.
Yeah, I don't think that would work. So I've got a trump for that comes out near where the dwarves are, the dwarf store is.
That's another group that wants to just murder the shit out of us, right?
No, they were friendly until Alex Kinley.
So yes is the answer.
Well, I would like to put in that they're not just in their group that wants to kill you. They're the richest group that wants to kill you.
Yeah. So originally it started off that Alex took the hammer, then there was a war. They got their asses kicked during the war. Because we got stuff from Gothic and bombs from Future Tech and stuff, and basically demolished their armed forces.
Mm-hmm.
And then so they went hull down and burrowed in and didn't shut their doors and
the
decided not to
PCs
come
said
out.
to each other, "We have destroyed their army. This will never come back to bite us in the ass. Let us go drink elsewhere."
So yeah.
Quite honestly, we should have just fucking kicked. We should have just like completely destroyed them and then looted their shit.
Well, you still have the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can wait to see what they're hatching next for you.
Well,
So, yes.
since most of the people we care about are not in there anymore, it's kind of like...
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, it's the mages that everybody kept wondering, where are the mages?
And we still don't know where they are.
Well, yes, you do.
They got bought by the Snow Shield people, so they're assumably underground. And using the magic 8, according to the magic 8 ball, they're still alive.
So they've been captured by them.
No, they got bought by them. The Snow Shield dwarves bought them in Needle Web at an auction. So apparently Freddie said that you had worked out that you went to the Tower of Eyes and the unicorn's eye wasn't there, and you somehow managed to work out that the unicorn's probably still got both its eyes, and you have to go to the forest in Amber and pop it out.
Yep. Kind of figured that. That's where the unicorn hangs out.
Yeah, it's just
I
with all
thought the goal was to get the eye back for the unicorn.
No, from.
From.
Yeah, we're supposed to hunt down the most holy creature in Amber and
who is also our great
make it become a one-eyed bitch, and
yeah
then take that and create a new Logris with it.
yeah, and the unicorn's also potentially our great maybe grandmother.
Which is why when I was tasked to do this, especially after I already thought that Random wasn't really the king, I think that he tasked me to do that, being that he is actually a super high powerful chaos lord who is like pretending, or he's being a pretender. So that's why they want me to get it, not because they want it actually to balance the universe or anything like that, but because they want it. And none of them want to do it. None of them want to go after that, because that's a bad thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
The look on TJ's face really says it all.
Oh, guy. I get the stuff, and then they rule the universe, and then, of course, it's all my fault, and then they all kill me. So.
Right.
At least you understand your place in the universe.
So now Freddy's being jerked around with it and dealing with it, and for some
Apex
whatever
Predator.
reason, yes, yes, for whatever reason, Justice Swift seems to be involved somehow and hassling him about it.
Right. I'm going to be over here in the corner hitting a bong. You guys let me know what you want to do.
Hey, I can make bongs.
Oh, of course you can. Jesus.
It was a skill I picked up when I got put into this body.
Nice.
It was one of the residual skills that
put into that body.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure, reiterate. Why not? How did that happen?
So when I tried to create the pattern, my form was destroyed and my essence was trapped in the Jewel of Judgment. Doc managed to get my essence out of the Jewel of Judgment.
Very nice.
And Obed, who is one of the people in MMO land, volunteered to host my essence, so I was put into his body.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
So I lost skills and gained a few of his abilities.
Nice. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, such as bong construction and knowledge on MMOs and other useful stuff.
All right. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Snow Shield Mountains.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can go and check it out if you want. I've got a trump for there.
Do we should get some cold weather gear and then go check it out.
Yeah. I think we've got cold weather gear here.
Cold weather?
Yeah, isn't it? Oh, I thought it was cold there.
Not where. No, McKay, you know that it was kind of the opposite of cold.
I mean, the door was very hot, but the area.
No, the area.
Is it by the big desert?
No, it's right next, like where the mountains start. You remember the big pass that used to go through the mountains before Kinley broke it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right next to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
As I said, we can go and have a squiz. There's nobody about there.
Do we have access to any flying vehicle that we could just shadow walk over there and then, reconnaissance the area from the air?
Not currently, no. I mean, we've got a couple of UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, at least one.
Yeah. But no, we don't have a Magitech flying car.
Shame.
Because finances are a bit stretched, although they were Raslin was trying to do something about that, but I don't believe currently we've got the finances in Gothic to go and spend 12 grand silver on another flying car at the moment, as far as I'm aware. Let's have a look.
I wanted to say because Alex Kinley smashed. So they used to give out free flying cars until Alex Kinley smashed the guy who was doing that and said, "You will
Well,
never."
Alex sold the first car, then caused the second car to be flown by a guard and rammed into a tower, which then caused all our finances to be lost that we had over there because nobody bothered to pay for the repair work who knew about the situation.
Right. Yeah.
And then it burnt down and sunk into the swamp.
Right.
But yes.
Because the players don't act on things that they know about doesn't mean you should act on this stuff.
So yes, so
I get a straight face. I'm sorry. Faster.
Come here.
Faster.
Yeah, so we've got. Yeah, no, we don't have. Definitely don't have the money to blow on a flying car at the moment. From what I can see, that's in the vault.
Which is a pity considering you have one of the best flying car operators ever.
Exactly.
He is the Mac Daddy of the flying cars in the PC group.
We could get a flying car from Tri-Kingdom, but they got some other differences that are needed to use them, which is a bit annoying.
Why not use the UFO?
Because I don't think Doc is particularly skilled in the use of it, and because it may drop out of the air when we fly there due to it being a magic zone and not a tech zone.
I think that would be a fucking hilarious thing to discover.
That's exactly why we haven't done that. It's always done in a Magitech car.
Yeah, that's why we used a Magitech car, because it's a flying car.
Got it. All right.
And uses magic to fly.
Well, eventually the PCs may end up making or finding a way to stack both of the cars, so it's like magic's gone. Oh no!
Yeah, exactly. We need people skilled in both technologies so that we can then actually build some cars that will run both magic and tech.
Hey, I think time for briefing is over. Chris is starting to very slowly curl up into a Winnie the Pooh. You might want to do something soon while you've still got him conscious.
Yeah, as I said, I've got a trump for the area, so we can go over there if you want to have a look-see. We don't really have the ability to fly there unless you want to try out using the flying broom that I think we've got.
Oh.
Do you guys all have one? Are we all going to get on one broom together? Who's going to fly the broom while we're doing so? Who's going to fly the loot while we do that?
No, we don't.
Walk over there then, if that's what we have.
Yes.
But with the broom, it could be a clean
nice.
sweep.
Go hang yourself. So, let's just let's get our adventure gear together and let's go. Because
yes, please do figure out exactly what you want to take with you.
Guns. No, not guns.
Yeah, they don't work.
You want.
I just take my axe, my chainmail, my normal gear, my fuck camping shit. I'm ready.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Yeah. You feel like a true barbarian warrior. Do you have magic armor or just regular armor?
Just chainmail.
Can the embassy do better for him, or?
That's fine.
It may have magic armor. Magic armor is better.
You can't fucking die. It's fine. I'm good.
No, we've got dwarvish made armor, but I don't believe that gives you 2 bumps. It's just nicely made armor.
Nothing better than go and fight dwarves in dwarvish made armor. It's a way of saying fuck you.
4 sets of high quality chainmail suits of armor and weapons.
Nice.
But yes, there's no indication of them. Most of the magic armor and stuff we've got is funky stuff, do weird stuff. Like so we don't have just a standard 2 bump.
Okay, so Chris, what kind of shit are you taking?
I'm looking through my crap right now.
All right, McKay, what kind of shit are you taking?
Pretty much what I took yesterday.
Food, water, bedrolls. Oh wait, no, you just carry a small bag of shit.
Yep.
Okay.
And lean on our super duper abilities.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Which is why I'm saying we go over there, we assess it, and then we work out, from what we can see, we may need this, this, and this. Let's go grab it, come back, use it.
Sounds lovely to me. Fortunately, the staff has been commanded to keep the fuck out of your quarters, especially where the trump going in places.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps your trump from getting broken at the inopportune moment. Plus, enough people have been in there in the past. They know you don't keep anything useful in there, so that's okay. Mm-hmm. Chris, do you figure out what you take?
I'm writing it all down.
But the only other side thing, I can't remember if I mentioned to you or not, about that we think our communication bracelets are MyGo technology or linked with that sort of technology.
Really?
Sounds cool.
Yeah, we found a MyGo mine out near Johnstown, and that mines borax. And we found a grey metal sphere that that looks exactly the same sort of metal. It's actually here at the embassy now. I'm assuming Swade didn't hang on to it. I noted it down on the assumption Swade didn't keep it in his pocket. But yeah, it looks exactly the same shade of same metal as the bracelets. And when Swade touched the sphere to the bracelet, the sphere started glowing a bit.
Interesting.
Yes. So that's just as an aside.
Chris, are you taking a backpack worth of shit? A small bag worth of shit? A backpack. Got it. All right. So McCabe whips out his trump. You guys end up stepping through. The trump still works for now. And you are in front of, just imagine like kind of a big rock wall, and then the background is the mountains, and you're kind of in the foothills area. It's not too cold. The cold area is if you were to go over to where the ice tower thing was, it gets cold over there. But that's on the other side of the ruined pass that used to be there before Kinley decided, fuck this pass. And it used to be a trading thing, connecting other places. But now it doesn't. So it looks like there's big door-looking things that have been carved out of stone. And as advertised, it does say in English, all enemies of the Snow Shield clan are welcome to enter and die. And then there's some dwarvish runes on there. And the doors themselves are giving off some steam. They have water condensing on them. McKay shows you that it says, fuck you, human scum. And McKay shows you if you hold your hand kind of close to it, yeah, it's hot. You're thinking that if instead of being up and down, if it was horizontal, you could probably cook an egg on it.
I use my glasses and look around.
No problem. Burn a charge from your glasses, and it doesn't look as though the doors are at all magical.
Interesting.
Yes.
So it's probably lava or something behind the doors.
Liquid hot magma.
Yes.
The doors appear to be very sturdy looking stone.
So presumably the dwarves have other ways in and out besides these big obvious doors.
Or they just don't like to come out ever anymore.
Well, they still need to breathe.
Do they?
Well, the humans that are with them certainly do.
Do they?
We can use Kinley test for seeing if they breathe. We just drop them into water, chain their legs, and then if they stop moving, they cannot breathe underwater. They need air.
That sounds like kind of test Kinley pulls on his allies. Sure.
Preferably, let's see if we can get their prince, who's about to inherit the kingdom, and do it to him.
Right. That sounds like Kinley's test. Sure. So,
Yes, and we've got and there's the thing about bad air as well. So,
other than that, there doesn't seem to be a lot around. And one side is like plains. Over there's a spooky looking forest that I think Doc probably recognizes as one of the VIP forests, although I don't know if he remembers which one it is. It's in the distance. And yeah, that's pretty much it here. It looks peaceful and placid. There is some game, wildlife and stuff that is around, so it's not like, oh, everybody's scared of shit, run. No, wildlife has definitely returned. No scary wildlife, though. The PCs or somebody else managed to kill off anything that was possibly aggressive and or scary and or looked like it needed killing.
Nice.
so yes.
So I want to do a scout of the area, looking for any other way in.
Within the immediate area, nothing is here. Absolutely nothing. It appears that if there ever was anything, it's been sealed up long ago.
Do either of you know much about like natural stone or anything where you can see where maybe there's dips or where they might put other doorways that aren't quite...
Second, can I use my... Can I use my geology, mineralogy, and mining skills to try to see if dwarves have hidden some sort of other entrance?
I'll take a mining roll. Yeah, you're thinking that there used to be other entrances, but they were hard sealed up. Like, let's collapse part of the mountain on this to make sure nobody can get in. They clearly are. You're thinking if there's anything within a long way of here, further than you feel like walking, they have definitely made sure that nobody can get in that way.
Yeah.
It appears they really want you to come through that way. Why? They're little shits. That's why.
All right. You want to go back to the embassy and get a bunch of dynamite?
I can't recall if dynamite works here.
It's just chemicals.
Yes, but a lot of certain chemical reactions don't work because, like, gunpowder doesn't work here.
Ah. I see.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yes, because it's magic. So from your understanding of, so Colburn, you appear to have quite a good understanding of mining.
Yeah, has a fucking masterful understanding of that shit.
So from my vague thing, like there needs to be ways of air getting in, and if you go too deep, then you start having issues of bad air and stuff. So you have to have some ability to move air down there and that sort of stuff.
Need to have vents.
Yeah, so and if we're talking a couple of hundred people, for example, we're not talking small. They'd have to have lots of vents or lots of big
if
bigs.
their lungs are identical to human lungs.
So we know there's 27 crew members there. So, but yes, all right. So
probably not anymore.
37.
How long ago was this?
A while.
Yeah, these people are fucking dead by now.
I'm sure they're being used as like magic slaves, so they can make all kinds of magic items.
Oh,
so
okay.
the dwarves can like finally arm themselves and kill all the humans that aren't there anymore.
Got it. So there is some hope still for these people.
Well, except for the ice talk people, which is fine. We're quite happy for him to kill them.
Right.
Cut to, it shows two dwarves. One's trying to pick up the air, and he goes, "Hey, baby, want to kill all humans?" She's like, "Woo."
Right. What does it look like is needed to open the door?
Explosives would have been your first choice. If you don't have explosives, you are concerned with your mining skill. Roll mining skill again for this, please. Lower is better, of course. You're thinking that you want something that you can bash this fucker down, but from a distance. I mean, if you had like a hammer or something like that, you'd probably bash it down from here. But
Is it a mountain?
something. What?
Is this on a mountain, or am I in a mountain?
It's like carved out of a side of one of the foothills. Like they just kind of shore off part of the foothill and said, "I want big doors here. I'm a dwarf. Make it happen." They did.
All right.
So you're thinking if you can find a way to bash down the thing, but from a distance, that would be your preferred method of entry.
Right. How much time do you want me to take with this, McKay? Because I could just fucking dig out from all around the fucking doors and have it fall off the fucking hinges.